What are demons? Where do they come from? Why do they want so badly to possess us? And why do they despise us so? To start, I would like to clarify that I define demons as the disembodied entities that possess and terrorize those who come into contact with them. Entities that feed off of fear, anger, and sadness. They are known in the Bible as unclean spirits, and Enoch refers to them as evil spirits. To understand demons, you need to understand their backstory first. The story is lightly explained in the Bible, in Genesis 6:4. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards. When the sons of Elohim came in to the daughters of men, they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, the men of renown. While the Bible is vague on this topic, the Book of Enoch goes into great detail. A class of angels called the Gregorians were placed on earth to watch over and assist mankind. These Gregorians are described as being beautiful, pale-complected humanoids that towered over us. Their descriptions are eerily reminiscent of the images of Nordic gods and Greek gods. In fact, I would argue that Greek and Nordic gods are the Gregorians or Watchers detailed in the Book of Enoch. The parallels between different continents' mythologies and the many hidden books of the Bible are undeniably telling the same story through different perspectives. These Watchers found the daughters of man beautiful and took wives of them. They defiled themselves with these women and bore giants known in the Bible as the Nephilim. To explain why these giants grew to such massive sizes, we have a more common day occurrence that possibly explains this anomaly, and it has to do with lions and tigers. When you take a male lion and you crossbreed that lion with a female tiger, you get what we call a liger. These animals have an overactive pituitary gland, and they will just keep growing to massive proportions. Just like the giants explained in Enoch, they have an insatiable appetite and will continue to grow and grow. We've also seen a smaller scale example of this with humans who suffer from gigantism. These half-human, half-spirit entities grew to these massive proportions, but how big exactly? Well, that answer is hidden in plain sight. The Gregorians ruled as gods themselves, teaching men the ways of weapon-making, war, vanity, magic, enchantments, and many things man was not intended to know. They defiled the birds, animals, reptiles, and sea creatures. The Nephilim had insatiable appetites. They ate all of the food of man. When the food ran out, they ate the men. When they ran out of men, they ate each other. The blood of those men killed by these Nephilim cried out to the heavens like Abel's blood cried out to God after Cain had murdered his brother in the Bible. God sent Archangel Raphael to bind Azazel, whom all sin was ascribed because of the atrocities that he taught to man. Azazel was bound, hand and foot, and buried in the desert of Judeo, so that his face does not see light until the end of days. God sent his archangel Michael to destroy the children of fornication and the sons of the Watchers. Michael turned the Nephilim against each other, so that they destroyed each other from the face of the earth, leaving the Watchers to witness their own children's demise. Then, after they had destroyed each other, Michael bound the Watchers, whom had defiled themselves with the daughter of men in the valleys of the earth for 70 generations. Their women, whom the Watchers defiled themselves with, became sirens. Sirens being a bird-woman hybrid, depicted with the head of a beautiful woman and the body of a bird. Now that we have the backstory, we can understand what demons are with this passage from Enoch. Speaking to the Watchers, God said, "You are spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you, for as for the spiritual ones of heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. And now the giants, who are produced from the spirits of flesh, shall be called evil spirits upon earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from holy Watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on the earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of earth, which were born upon the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destructions on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger, and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men, and against the women, because they have proceeded from them." These spirits did not have a place in God's creation. He did not create a heaven or a hell for them, like he did the angels and man. Therefore these spirits are doomed to wander the earth, until the day they are cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. Demons are the disembodied offspring of the Gregorians. The restless spirits left on earth to work destruction and oppress the sons of man, until their ultimate destruction. They were never meant to be created, so they have no place in heaven or hell because of this, and this is why they want so badly to live again, and this is why they despise us so.